The Plane of Disorder and Cure, page number 410.
The plane of disorder and cure. To receive explanatory terms in the effort to study simple substance, to lead the material mind to the strong tendency to depend on what is gleaned by the senses, but the realm of immaterial or simple substance must be recognized by the reason. Material substances in the form of are to the body to repair the waste of the material cells resulting from their normal activities, to educate the mind inclined to receive only that which can be received through the avenues of the senses, only those reports at the sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, so as to cause it to think interiorly, requires considerable care and study. So the mind through senses, the mind observes, it can hear, everything it can receive, but it requires considerable care and study. It is necessary to transfer the mind from the concrete to the figurative to perceive something of the character of immaterial substance. Material substance is fed and treated from the plane of nutrition, but the immaterial substances are affected from the plane of disorder and cure. Some think there is as much curative substance in crude drugs as in potencies. Holloway, in his address at Kansas City last year, took his ground from Hahnemann's position that curative powers in drugs cannot change the affections and intellect without working in the realm of potencies. Basing upon this, in some country, once when I went to Italy, there I was explaining in the class about the potencies. Then I could know that higher potencies were banned in France. They can use was 30. More than 30, nothing, no, any remedy. That person, so they should be better. But at the same time, from the same country, there were some articles in the papers recently, some 1 year back, that homeopathy is not a medicine, only a placebo. So both, all are. Let us consider the light of day, the light of the sun. We living on the అది ఎప్పటి నుంచో అలా ఉంది, మొదటి నుంచి ఉంది. నాష్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చేటప్పుడు కూడా నాష్ ఇది ఉంది కదా, some people use it to discuss with Nash that we do not believe the homeopathy is a system of medicine. Then Nash used to give glonine mother tincture, 2 pills to the patient. After discussing for half an hour certain things, after chit chat, then they said nothing happened to me. See, nothing is there. It is not medicine. I have taken the pills which you have given. So Nash used to say, so now you can go. After half an hour, They used to stand and stumble. Then Nash used to ask, why you are stumbling? Was there any disease to you? They said, no, only it is something is there, we can go. So you can go. But they were having much fear that they were falling. They were having much giddiness and vertigo. They could not walk, they could not go. They used to sit again. Then he asked, why? Is it not medicine or not? Will you accept or not? But due to their superiority complex, they used to say, no, if you can cure this symptom, then we can accept. So then he used to give Glonine 6 or 30. After half an hour, he advised, no, you can go. Very slowly, they used to catch the table and they used to stand. They could observe nothing was there. They could walk this side and that side. Nothing was there. No giddiness, no vertigo. So, will you accept? Then they used to say, yeah, we can accept. Mother teacher. Immediately. Next potency is there. He has given. Otherwise, if he would not have administered that potency for 24 hours or some hours, the effect will be there. Till in the second reaction, if vital force neutralizes, it will be there. They use it to attack animal. How can it can be soluble? You are cheating the persons. It cannot be dissolved in water. It is only normal water. After taking that water, their gums and teeth, they got affected. So next potency, when he has administered, they were all right. Let us consider the light of day, the light of the sun. We, living on the earth's globe, rotate with it. When the side on which we live is toward the sun, we enjoy its light. But when that side is turned away from the sun, we are in darkness. People are not to the habit of thinking of the light as anything, but if it were not something, it could not disappear. The sun, from which this light emanates, is approximately 90 million miles from us, yet we receive its light. A man who weighs 140 pounds on the earth would weigh 2 tons at the sun's horizon, owing to the attraction of the sun, which is 28 times as much as on the earth. As soon as material substance comes to the sun, it is hurled into the sun. The nearer it approaches the sun, the stronger is the velocity and attraction. The physical matter will not be there. The matter which is on other planets, that will be different. We should not think in our terms. We are living on our earth globe. So we can see what are the things, we can see with our physical eyes what are the things on our globe. But according to this scale, we should not think that some life will be there in other planets when we are unable to see. Nothing, no life is there. We should not conclude like that. We are unable to see. We are unable to feel. We should wait. On the earth itself, some birds, they can see through darkness. Cat also can see through darkness, but man cannot see. Light, however, is something proceeding from the sun, radiating in every direction. When it reaches the earth, it is attenuated through 90 million miles, the distance between sun and earth. How much it is attenuated we can scarcely conceive, yet we can see things from in and because of light, but cannot see light itself. We cannot see light itself, but through light we can see everything. If we see light directly, what happens? Exactly what Master Ike has explained. It is so attenuated that we cannot see it, but there is enough of it that we can see to read by it. We can read the books with sunlight, but we cannot see sunlight. What is sunlight? We cannot see. We can utilize, we can do things, we can see, we can observe, we can read, everything is there. The light of the sun must be diametrically opposed to material substance. Material substance is drawn into the sun, light is thrown out from the sun. It then must operate by opposite laws to those that affect material substance. The sun ceases to be material substance when transformed into light and hurled outward to the planets. If light is thus attenuated through 90 million miles, it is so great an attenuation that we can scarcely think of any greater, yet it was a simple substance at the beginning. Sunlight gurinchi how he is explaining. Nutritive substances are material, curative substances are immaterial. Nutritive substances are material, curative substances are immaterial, simple substance. What does it mean? Nutritive substances are materials. What fruits are there? Some vitamins are there, food is there, they are nutritious, they are material. But curative substances are immaterial. For example, salt is there, we can add in the food, but its curative action cannot be seen, only it is immaterial. Only by proving we can know the action of natramore. There is always a tendency to influx where simple substance is active. When there is a disturbance in the inner planes of man's economy, there is an influx from the atmosphere of some deleterious simple substance. If there were a curative immaterial substance, it would be drawn in by influx and act as an antidote. If remedies are given on the plane of disturbance, they will cure. Man is affected in the internals and in every cell. Every cell has all the planes. Every cell is what man is as a whole. Every cell is complete in its thing. What complete man is having, every cell also has. The same is explained as what the universe at large is having, the person is also having in himself. That is being explained in spiritualism and Vedas. The same thing he is telling. What the man has, the same thing every cell has in its completion. This elevates the thought to the curative principles. Hahnemann says it is strange that medicine in the old times could not go in the opposite way from that which it took and pursue these things. Crude drugs produce the opposite effects from the attenuated doses. Crude whiskey, when taken in the system, produces a drunken condition. An attenuated dose makes a man who appears drunk feel better. Being given that will be. If the drug presents the crude dose is similar to what would be experienced long after taking the crude form. In attenuated form, primary and secondary effects are found. The attraction of matter and repulsion account these effects. One of a material of mind may you that these and that be elevated to think think that we will be able to know. A class of men at present think they discover the cause of disorder in bacteria, hence they search for pathological bacteria to be grandparents and establish a family. Here is a material idea which indicates the trend of the old school and all the theories they manufacture, and the trend of homeopathic doctors who are not homeopaths believing in the bacterial etiology. If bacteria cause disease, we may about in a different way. When out in the frontier country, I found the earth covered with a bed of lava from 50 to 75 feet in depth. The outer surface was decomposed from the influence of light, rain, and heat, oxidized, forming a soil in which trees, grass, and shrubs grew in abundance. Fire swept over the land and cleared it completely, destroying everything. The next season there was a vast growth of fireweed. Immediately I said, looking at it, did this fireweed cause the fire and spread over the woods? What a wonderful thought, brilliant idea. I was then anxious for a body of men to tell to it. No one ever sowed the seed over the vast area where thousands of acres are spread over by the fireweed. Then I said, no, the fireweed did not cause the fire. The fireweed came from the fact that the land was prepared by the heat, rain, and air in which to cause the fireweed. What spontaneous development! Why that idea was given up long ago? Yes, by whom? Given up long ago by science. Another time I was hunting in a place where the lumberers had their camps. They had cut off the woods, used the lumber, and moved off, leaving the shanties and stables and pens where their pigs were kept to rot away. Where the pigs were kept, there was a copious growth of pigweed. Cyclotoma pictifilum. Where the cattle were kept, smartweed grew in abundance. Where man had deposited his fecal waste was a copious growth of nettle. Who do not say that the pigweed was the cause of the pigs, that the smartweed made the cattle grow, etc. I had elevated my mind above that and came to the conclusion that these forms of growth were the result and not the cause of men and cattle and the pigs. So he could understand that these are only the results, not the... In my own garden, on the north side of the house in the shadow, where the ground is copiously watered, the moss has crowded out the grass. So the preparation of the soil preceded the development of any growth. Changes in the blood, when health is disturbed, make a preparation of soil in the blood for the spontaneous development in the body of various forms to correspond to every change in bodily disorders. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి పట్టుకొచ్చాడో అసలు కనెక్షన్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి పట్టుకొచ్చాడో హ్యూమన్ కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ దగ్గరికి. To assume that these spontaneous growths cause the sickness is absurd. Fluids that contain bacteria and evolve them will act as agents of infection. You can kill the bacteria with alcohol and inject the fluid remaining into the body and cause a condition in the blood similar to that in the body from which the fluid was taken. The cause of the disorder is on the plane of simple substance. So not the bacteria is the cause, only on the simple substance the cause is there. When it floats forth into the ultimates, it evolves spontaneously into bacteria. This is a direct evolution from cause to effect. You cannot become normal in soul, affections and uses so long as you reason from effect to cause. This trend of thought is essential to our school to check our expenditure of millions in laboratory analysis. Blood analysis is of no use to help a patient. So basing upon these, we cannot prescribe. That is a waste of time, waste of money that he says. Everyone who is seen to go deeply into bacterial study loses all love for it because it has no use. Causes are continued into effects. Germs are caused from the fluids. These fluids are infectious, but the germs as living beings are not infectious. Sepsis comes first, then the germs appear. Only after septic condition only the worms will be there, germs. But first they will not be there. There is a spontaneous development of sepsis in the blood. If the germs are left long enough, they will kill off the poison. This is illustrated in case of a cadaver. అంతే కదా, శవంలో పురుగులు వచ్చి ఏం చేస్తాయి, మొత్తం అంతటినీ కూడా మ్యాటర్ అంతటినీ లాగి పారేస్తాయి. అదే జరుగుతుంది అంటున్నాడు లివింగ్ బీయింగ్ లో కూడా. The scalpel that pricks the hand in the course of a post-mortem examination is more poisonous than the scalpel that pricks the hand after using it on the cadaver that has lain for 6 weeks and is mortified and green. కొంతకాలం అలా వదిలేసినటువంటి బాడీకి గుచ్చినటువంటి దానికన్నా సెప్సిస్ కండిషన్తో ఇదైనటువంటి ఇమీడియట్ గా పోయిన వాడికి గుచ్చింది ఎక్కువ పాయిజన్ వస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే దాంట్లో అవి వచ్చి అవి చేయాల్సిన పని అంతా చేసేస్తాయి. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి కంపారిజన్ ఇస్తాడు అంటే వాడిని వదిలేయకూడదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే పురుగులు వచ్చాయంటే సేఫ్ అని వదిలేయవద్దు, అదే అని చెప్పేది. కానీ అవి చేసేది ఏంటంటే అవి కాదు, అదే మనం అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోవాలి. అక్కడ అవి చేసే పని అవి చేస్తాయి. దానికి ఊరికే ఎగ్జాంపుల్గా ఆయన ఇది ఇచ్చాడు. కానీ అవి కాదని అర్థం చేసుకోండి. అవి వచ్చాయి అంటే అర్థం ఏంటంటే లోపల మోర్ డేంజరస్ కండిషన్ ఉంది. మీరు దానికి మనం ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇస్తే అప్పుడు వీటికి కూడా ఏమవుతుందో అది అవుతుంది. కానీ ఇవి ఇంకో చోట చెబుతాడు, దీంట్లోనే లెక్చర్స్ ఆన్ ఫిలాసఫీలో చెప్తాడు. యాక్చువల్లీ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ది కాజెస్, దే వర్క్ యాజ్ స్కావెంజర్స్ అంటాడు. బ్యాక్టీరియా they will clear off all the material, unnecessary material. They will engulf. So you should not kill them అంటాడు.